Yeah, man. Just stop doing that. Stop it. There's zero benefit to it. You look absolutely ridiculous. You're gonna break your knees and your physio bill is gonna be huge, all right? The knees caving in when we squat can happen for a couple reasons, all right? The first one, it could be muscular imbalances or weaknesses in your abductors or your glutes. And the other reason is bracing before and during a rep. There's a couple things we can be doing before we squat to help stimulate the glutes and the abductors so that we're not letting our knees cave in as much. All right, the first one is going to be a monster walk, monster band walk. All right, the way we're going to do this is we're going to step inside a band, driving our knees and our feet out, all right, with the tension, against the tension of that band, okay? The next one is going to be a crab walk, which is much the same, except our knees are going to be tied around the band, okay? And the same deal, we're driving our knees out, keeping our feet directly under our knees, not like this, not letting the knees cave in, all right? Keeping the knees out and the feet directly under those knees. This is going to help stimulate those glutes and abductors before we go into the squat. The biggest and most important factor is going to be making sure that we're bracing before we start the lift and then maintaining that brace throughout that rep, okay? We're going to start from the top down, all right? So when you unrack that bar, I want to firstly make sure that you're pulling the bar back down into your lats, all right? From there, you want to make sure your chest is up and your core is tight and braced. So that whole upper body is now rigid. From there, we're going to be centering the majority of the weight back onto our heels, so not letting the weight shift forward onto our toes. Make sure the weight's back on our heels and gripping the floor with our toes, okay? Now, the biggest one is going to be making sure the knees are driving out, okay? So I want you to imagine that you're standing on a piece of paper, all right, and you're trying to rip that piece of paper apart. You can practice with towels on the ground, all right, ripping the towels apart, or imagine your knees are tied together, you're trying to bust out of that, okay? So before you go down, you're taking a deep breath, bracing the core, pulling everything down, and driving the legs apart, okay? That's gonna give you space for your hips to sit into, all right? Now, when you're getting down to the ground, or when you're at the bottom of the movement, that's when it's gonna be the hardest and your knees are gonna want to cave in. So you need to make sure that when you're at the bottom, you're driving the knees out, spreading the floor like you did before, and popping back up to the top of the movement. All right, let me show you a few good reps. All right, so we wanna make sure that we're gripping the bar even. We're gonna hop under the bar, rest it on our upper back like we said. From there, we're unracking, all right, step out from the rack. Now this is where the bracing starts, all right? So I want your chest up, you're pulling the bar down into your body. You're gonna take a deep breath in, squeeze your abs. From there, you're centering the weight on the heels like we said. All right, we're gonna take that deep breath in, brace, you're gonna spread the floor as if you're on that piece of paper, ripping the piece of paper apart. You're sitting right down into the squat. Now from here, this is where the knees are gonna wanna cave in. So push them out even harder, drive it up, squeeze, okay? Deep breath in, re-brace, brace, knees out hard, sit right down on the heels, and go. Deep breath in, brace, knees out hard, spread the floor, drive up, done. If you ever see somebody's knees caving in at the gym again, tap them on the shoulder, show them this video, fix their form. I'll see you later.